Welcome, everyone, to a deep dive into, one of the biggest transitions in life, really, the post-college job search.
hmm
We've got a fantastic stack of insights today, all drawn from an expert's pretty comprehensive guide for recent college graduates.
Yeah, and our mission today is basically to equip you, our listener, with a methodology, some practical tools, things that work,
Right.
helping you cut through all the noise out there, stand out, and really get what it takes to land that, professional level career job.
Yeah.
You'll hear some surprising facts, I think, and just straightforward advice to make this whole new chapter a success.
And graduating college, it's such an incredible achievement. I mean, did you know that in a world of, 7 billion people, only about 6.7% have a college degree?
Wow, that puts it in
It
perspective.
really does. You're absolutely entering elite company. And this deep dive is designed to help you leverage that, turn that accomplishment into a fulfilling career. So you've got the degree, like your map and compass. Now, how do we actually navigate the terrain? What does it really mean to step into the, quote, real world of work after college?
Well, it's crucial, I think, to understand a fundamental truth first. All companies, they need to be profitable.
Right. The bottom line.
Exactly. And all non-commercial entities, nonprofits and such, they have to meet their mission to survive. So employers are deeply sensitive to employee productivity.
Okay.
So the value you bring falls below your cost, basically, or you don't meet performance standards, well, you risk losing your job.
Mm.
It might sound a bit harsh, maybe, but that's the reality of the workplace.
That's a stark, but yeah, essential reality check. So if it's all about productivity and value, how does a recent grad, someone who maybe doesn't have years of, professional proof, how do they show that value right from the get-go?
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting, actually. Employers really, really value initiative, perseverance, strong work ethic, consistent effort, and an efficient, self-motivated job search. That actually puts those professional traits on display right from the very beginning.
Ah, so the search itself is part of the test, in a way.
Exactly. Your job search is a powerful opportunity to prove your value before you even land the job.
And a huge part of proving that value today, I guess, comes down to your online presence.
Mm.
We all kind of know you should clean up social media, but
Yeah.
what's really insightful is how deeply employers are looking.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not just about avoiding red flags, is it? It's about actively building your professional story online.
Yes, and the stats back this up. A survey found, 39% of employers chose not to pursue someone because of inappropriate pictures or videos.
39%.
Yeah. And 38% due to evidence of alcohol or drug use, 30% for bad-mouthing past employers.
Whew.
And then there's discriminatory comments, that's 32%, and poor communication skills, 27%. Those are big red flags, too.
That 39%, it's not just about party pics, is it? It signals this expectation that your public image should line up with your professional goals.
Totally. It's about judgment. And, one coach shared this story, right? A student turned bright red
Oh, no.
when a YouTube video popped up during an in-session social media check.
Mm,
You just don't control how someone interprets what they find.
yeah.
So it's always, always better to be conservative, clean up that online presence, make it look polished and professional.
But it's not all doom and gloom online, right? The flip side is
No, definitely not.
over 44% of hiring execs found stuff that actually improved a candidate's chances.
Exactly. Like their background matched the qualifications, that was 38%.
Okay.
A professional image, 36%. Creativity, 35%. Strong communication skills showing up, 37%.
So it's a massive opportunity if you use it right.
Huge.
I remember when I was just starting out, personal branding sounded like, I don't know, corporate jargon.
Right. Yeah.
But what you're saying is it's actually essential for everyone right from day one. What does that even mean for someone just walking out of college?
Absolutely essential. It's not just a buzzword. It's literally how you differentiate yourself from, all the other grads.
Okay.
It's how you make that crucial first impression. It's about quickly showing your value to an employer and matching your skills to their needs.
So without a brand, you're just another applicant, a commodity.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Just another college grad and a big pile of resumes. You risk becoming a commodity.
Okay, so how do you even start defining that brand? Where do you begin?
Well, think about identifying your keywords. Like what character traits really apply to you? What technical skills do you have?
Hmm.
These become the core message for your resume, your LinkedIn profile, that elevator speech you need.
Right, the elevator speech. And showcasing abilities.
Why?
It's not just listing them, is it? You mentioned pre-writing success stories.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Like 3 mini case studies that basically prove your professional value.
Okay, and there's a formula for that.
A simple one.
Yeah.
CAR challenge, action, result.
CAR. Got it.
And quantify those results whenever you can. Use numbers,
Oh.
percentages. Like if you were an intern, did you get a positive recommendation based on specific results you achieved?
Ah, okay.
That proves you went above and beyond what, maybe the average person in that role would have done.
And these stories, they aren't just for the interview itself, are they? It feels like they'd help you just think like a hiring manager, even when you're writing your resume.
Exactly right. They force you to connect your experiences to tangible outcomes, which is really what employers care most about.
Okay, foundation understood. Let's get into the toolkit, the practical stuff. And when we talk job search arsenal, the first weapon everyone grabs is, well, the resume. Why is it still so critical?
Well, think of it this way. A resume is actually a strategic financial document
Financial? How so?
because it directly impacts your potential salary, your negotiations later on. But here's the kicker.
Uh-oh.
Talent acquisition folks, recruiters, they often spend only like 5 to 20 seconds on the first look.
Wow, 5 seconds. That's
Yeah, right.
nothing.
I know. So it has to instantly convey your potential value. Clean, professional look, lots of white space, simple language, totally non-negotiable.
Okay, makes sense. But what about that old school objective statement? You still see those sometimes. For some grads, it feels, I don't know, safe. Like stating what you want.
Yeah, forget it. Seriously. Most professional resume writers just don't use them anymore.
Really?
Yeah. As one coach put it, basically, objective statements all read the same, and they eat up valuable space with meaningless trivia.
Huh.
Employers want to know how you solve their problems, right? Grow their bottom line, make their processes better, not what you want.
Got it. So use a branding statement or a headline instead. Something punchy.
Exactly. Something that positions you as a solution right away.
Okay, speaking of making every line count, coursework. That's a common dilemma for new grads. List everything, just highlights. How do you choose?
Only list courses that could be important keywords for the specific jobs you're targeting.
Ah, keywords again.
Right. If you're a communications major gunning for social media marketing, list social media strategies, not, fundamentals of public address.
Even if it was a great class.
Even if it was enlightening. Think like the recruiter.
Hmm.
Is this relevant to my needs right now?
Makes sense. And what else can really make a resume stand out? Beyond the basics.
Well, certifications are good, even if you haven't quite finished them yet. Shows initiative.
Okay.
Extracurriculars, definitely. Especially if you had leadership roles or achieved something notable, like, I don't know, breaking a sports record, studying abroad. And recommendations or testimonials right on the resume can be powerful. It uses that persuasion principle, social proof.
Social proof. Like if others vouch for you.
Exactly. A short, relevant quote from a former boss or professor with their permission obviously can be really impactful.
Interesting. Okay, let's shift to LinkedIn. It's massive, right? Like 87%, maybe even 94% of recruiters are using it.
Oh, yeah. It's the place to be professionally.
So an optimized profile is critical for being found. What does optimized actually mean in LinkedIn terms?
Optimization means using keywords effectively in the right spots, repeating them naturally, having a complete profile, enough connections.
Right.
It all makes you more discoverable in searches, more desirable. If you're not optimized, you're basically invisible.
So give us some specific tips. How do you optimize?
Okay, absolutely. Start with a strong branding headline, not just student. Something like, recent college graduate with dual degrees in marketing, advertising offering internship experience, ambitious.
Okay, clear value prop.
Right. Then craft a compelling summary. You get up to 2,000 characters. Start with your headline, expand on soft skills,
Yeah.
and please avoid typos.
Oh, typos are bad everywhere, but especially there.
Huge deal. 72% of recruiters view typos negatively on social media. Also, get endorsements for your skills. Ask for at least 3 recommendations, bosses, colleagues, professors.
Okay, endorsements and recommendations. What about actually using LinkedIn, not just setting it up?
Yes. Join groups relevant to your field. Your profile is apparently 5 times more likely to be viewed if you're active in groups.
5 times. Wow.
Yeah. And follow companies you're targeting. You'll get job postings, news, and set up job alerts, obviously.
Okay, good stuff. Now, beyond the digital tools, traditional written things, cover letters, thank you notes, still important.
Absolutely vital. For cover letters, there's like a success formula. Grab their interest. personalize it.
No dear sir or madam.
Please, no.
Huh.
Match your qualifications to the job, showcase an accomplishment, maybe add some extra info, and have a strong close. Avoid that generic opening, I am a recent college graduate looking for my first job.
Right, make it about them.
Exactly. This is your first chance to connect your story directly to their needs.
I saw a great tip in the material about adding a PS to cover letters, especially physical ones.
Oh yeah, the PS trick. It works.
Tell me more.
That postscript can highlight something distinct, a specific qualification, an achievement, even character, like maybe significant volunteer work. A handwritten PS on a paper letter, even more impact.
It's like a little bonus impression.
Exactly. Leaves a lasting thought.
And thank you letters after an interview. Essential, right. We know the rule, but why are they still so critical?
Okay, let's dive into the why. While only maybe 20% of job seekers actually bother to write one.
Only 20%. That's low.
It is. But get this, 90% of people who actually got job offers had sent thank you notes.
90%. Whoa.
Yeah. So not sending one can genuinely hurt your chances. It suggests maybe a lack of follow-through, or maybe you're not that enthusiastic.
That stat really hammers home how strategic they are. What's going through the recruiter's head when they get that note, especially when so few others send one?
It screams professionalism, attention to detail, strong work ethic.
Yeah.
Now, whether you type it or handwrite it, that kind of depends on how formal the interview felt. But always reiterate why you're a good fit. Express your appreciation. And for physical mail, here's another little trick. Consider customizing the envelope.
Customizing the envelope.
Yeah, maybe put 2 or 3 top college achievements in small print in the lower left corner. Extra differentiation.
Clever. It all comes back to communication, doesn't it?
Totally. What you write, how you write it, sentence structure, word choice, grammar, punctuation, it's all being evaluated. Strong written communication is highly sought after. It reflects directly on your professionalism.
Okay, all right. So we've built the brand, optimized the tools. Now let's shift gears. Actively finding leads, nailing the interview. Where's a good place for grads to start looking?
Career fairs are fantastic, seriously effective.
Why is that?
Because the employers who show up there already want to meet grads from your school. They're pre-qualified leads, basically.
Ah, good point.
So bring plenty of business cards.
Yeah.
Those business cards, they make you look more professional.
Elevates you a bit.
Totally. And have that elevator speech ready, practiced, but conversational. Make eye contact. Research the companies beforehand. Have a strategy for who you want to talk to. Don't just wander aimlessly.
Good advice. Beyond events like that, networking, it's key. We always hear that, but it feels like this big, vague thing sometimes. How should someone approach it, especially early on?
Yeah, it's an investment. Definitely takes time.
Mhm.
Approach it with a positive attitude. Be patient. Think long term.
Okay.
And it's not just family and friends, though they can help. Think professional networks, LinkedIn groups again, alumni associations. Those are incredibly powerful.
Alumni networks.
Yeah. There was this great story from a coach about a student who used their alumni network, connected with like 50 Amazon employees in Seattle.
50?
Yeah. Led to an internship, then a job. It really can be that direct sometimes.
That's amazing. And it brings up a related point. What about just reaching out directly to companies, even if they haven't posted a job opening? That proactive approach, if he's kind of bold, maybe intimidating?
It can feel bold, yeah, but it really sets you apart. Contacting employers directly, cold calls, targeted emails, it can seriously shorten your job search.
How so?
Well, it shows massive initiative, right?
Yeah.
Creates a positive impression, helps you build relationships before there's even an opening. And actually, a University of Michigan study found 60% of hires are based on personal chemistry.
60%. Just on liking the person.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That connection often starts with proactive outreach.
Okay, but that sounds like it could involve hearing no a lot, which is tough. What's your take on facing that rejection fear?
Look, it's uncomfortable, no doubt, but rejection is just. It's part of the process. It's not personal. It's business.
Easier said than done sometimes.
True. But every no genuinely gets you closer to a yes. And think about the alternative. If you choose not to use these proactive methods, if you avoid the phone or direct emails, well, your search will likely take longer. You might end up settling for just any job, and you risk falling into that passive job search mode, which is just way less effective.
Okay, let's switch to the interview itself. The research is pretty stark, isn't it? Hiring managers make judgments fast, like 30 to 60 seconds.
Oh, yeah, incredibly fast. And cognitive scientists even say it can take, like, 200 times more information to undo a bad first impression than it took to make it.
Wow. 200 times.
Yeah.
So how do you maximize those critical first moments?
Well, obviously look presentable. But beyond that, try to dress to the company's culture. It's a subtle cue you get them.
What if you're not sure?
If unsure, default safe. Blue suit, white or pastel shirt, black shoes, classic professional.
Okay.
And have that captivating 30-second pitch ready. Prepare thoughtful questions specific to the interviewers, not just generic ones. Research the company's mission, values, try to weave those into your answers. Show you did your homework.
And it's important to remember, the interview is a two-way street, right? You're checking them out too.
Absolutely. You are evaluating the company, the role, the potential boss. So prepare your questions based on your research about them, the job, even the interviewer if you can find info on LinkedIn.
Shows you're engaged, serious.
Exactly. And highly recommended mock interviews.
Practice makes perfect.
Pretty much. Practice with a career counselor, a mentor, even a peer. Use a real job description. Try to anticipate the questions. The more realistic you make it, the smoother the real thing will feel.
And those behavior-based questions. Tell me about a time when we go back to that CAR formula, right? Challenge, action, result.
Yep, CAR is your friend there.
But what if you're a recent grad and you just haven't faced the exact situation they're asking about? Like, tell me about managing a major budget crisis.
Yeah, good question. If you haven't faced the exact thing, describe something analogous, maybe from a class project, a volunteer role, even a tough situation in a part-time job.
Okay.
Or you could even describe a friend's experience maybe and explain what you learned from it or what you would have done differently. The key is showing your thought process, your problem-solving skills, how you learn.
Got it. Now, the tough part, if you don't get the job, it stings. How should someone process that and keep going without losing steam?
Yeah, it's never easy. First, just accept that rejection will happen at some point. It's almost guaranteed.
Right.
Crucially, don't stop applying for other jobs until you have a signed offer in hand. Keep the momentum going.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. Then, allow yourself to feel disappointed, sure, but then analyze it. What went well in the interview? What could I have done better? Sometimes, honestly, an employer does you a favor by not hiring you. They're usually pretty good at sensing cultural fit. It just might not have been the right place for you.
That's a good perspective. Finally, the good news. You get an offer. What's the very first step?
Get in writing. Always.
Yeah.
And don't feel pressured to say yes on the spot. Take a reasonable amount of time to review it.
Okay. Now, negotiation. As a recent grad, you probably don't have a ton of leverage, but you do have some, right? What's the mindset?
You do have some. Remember, you're starting a professional relationship here, so do your homework. Research salary, salary.com, LinkedIn Salary Insights, Glassdoor, consider the company size, the location, get a realistic range. And remember, you can sometimes negotiate things beyond just the base salary.
Like what?
Maybe help with parking costs, or perhaps getting paid time off for a pre-planned vacation you already booked. Small things can make a difference.
Okay. And how do you actually start that conversation without sounding, I don't know, demanding?
Keep the tone cooperative, positive. Express your genuine enthusiasm for the offer first. Then, politely indicate there are just a few points you'd like to discuss to make sure everything's clear.
Okay.
Once you've discussed and hopefully resolved those points, then commit. Commit to accepting the offer, state that you'll stop talking to other companies, and agree on a firm start date.
Great advice. Okay, we've covered a ton in this deep dive. Branding, resumes, LinkedIn, interviews, negotiation. But stepping back, the big picture. How important is this very first job in the grand scheme of things?
Well, there's a saying that your first job out of college isn't nearly as important as your first boss out of college.
Interesting. Focus on the boss.
Yeah. Try to find a supervisor who seems like they'll genuinely help you grow, who can be a mentor. Because, look, it's a long journey. You might have, 10 jobs over a 40 or 50-year career?
Easily.
So where you start definitely does not determine where you'll end up. It's just the first step.
And that really leads to the ultimate takeaway, doesn't it? That you are the one responsible for your career success.
Absolutely. 100%. It means constantly enhancing your value, always aiming to deliver a return on investment for your employer, managing your own work-life balance.
And attitude counts. Right.
Hugely. Maintaining a positive attitude is an invaluable strategy. Nearly 88% of senior execs said they'd rather add someone with a great attitude to their team, even if they aren't the absolute top performer.
Wow, 88%. That's massive.
It is. Attitude and fit matter. And it's also about that ongoing introspection, staying true to who you are, making sure there's a good fit between you and your job as you go along. It's a dynamic.
Which raises a really interesting final question for you, the listener, to think about as we wrap up. We know a strong GPA might help you land that first job faster, statistically, but how much does it really matter once you're looking for your second professional role?
Yeah. Something to ponder.
Food for thought on the long-term view.
Definitely. So, as you head out on this exciting new chapter, just remember the tools, the strategies we talked about. Your journey is going to have twists and turns, for sure.
Always does.
But with initiative, good preparation, and that positive outlook, you'll be really well equipped to build a successful, fulfilling career.
We really hope this deep dive has given you some clarity, maybe some confidence for your job search. Until next time, keep digging deeper.